back to 5, going up shorter than Tab where it was popular. Unusual Culture 5.50 into 5 back to 5.50. The rest double figures is a nibble glint of silver 14 into 12 back to 13, and not an option $21 into $19. Valana, you mentioned the drop in grade, Gator. 4 of his last 6 have been in Group 1s.
Yeah, that's right, and in a couple of those he's actually run pretty well, isn't he? And Stradbroke, he was never on the track. Even the Smith Cup at weight for age behind Think About It, beaten 3.2 lengths that day, and he was 3 wide there. So I think I'll go forward here and sit second on perhaps Glint of Silver, and hopefully to get some sort of control of the race. He go through his wet track form, well, it's exceptional. So if he gets a sort of off-season, inverted commas, soft track today, which is the big tick.
Yeah, he's had 7 career wins, 5 of them on rain affected.
Yeah, that's it. And one of those misses, he was a very good second. Yeah, I think that's his sweet spot. Look, he's run well at the elite level on dry ground. So he's not inept, but he's just a better horse when the jar's out. That's the case today. King
Magnus has some backing on the Tab fix to beat it. Really good record here at the Caulfield 1400. Freshened and back to the jump outs.
Just a really good horse, this. He's so genuine. He found the line sweetly first up. He was right on the heels of Valana. And as I mentioned earlier, he beat a key rival here, Crosshaven, when he was second up. Last prep, both fair and square. Both horses had their chance. And he meets him 1.5 kilos better at the weights today.
The other one in single figures is out of your mix for the top 4, at least. Unusual Culture, who hit the line well first up. Extra 200 should suit today.
It was a good return, 1,200 Caulfield How Stakes, and it wasn't a great day to be a swooper. That adds merit to the run, and she has been second up 3 times in her life. She's placed and run second 2 of those.
Crosshaven's back to defend the crown that he won last year, where he beat Norwegian Bliss and Literary Magnate. Cinnawon won it in 2021, Kemmel Passer in 2020, and other winners include Lankan Rupee in 2013. The Kevin Heffernan Stakes, Group 3 at Weight for Age with Matt.
Affected. We'll be enjoying it out there today as King Magnus goes in, Unusual Culture and Valana, the final 2. Valana now for the first time in the red and white figures on the tote at $1.90. So Valana now brought forwards. Jamie Carr aboards. And Unusual Culture is going to be the last one. Unusual Culture in, field set. They are ready. Crosshaven bouncing about in the stalls. Glint of Silver a little bit edgy, racing. Crosshaven last out, Glint of Silver the best out from King Magnus, not an option. Then Unusual Culture, Valana. Pashiro 2 lengths away off those horses, second last outside of Crosshaven. Glint of Silver had an uncontested lead at the 1100 metres. Now Unusual Culture gets up to its girth, about 1.5 lengths King Magnus. Then came not an option, Valana, Crosshaven and Pashiro. Glint of Silver as they reach the 950, led Unusual Culture. 2 further back, King Magnus and not an option. 1.5 lengths Valana spots the lead about 4 or 5. Then Crosshaven and also Pashiro. 800 metres to go. Glint of Silver with no pressure at all. By a length Unusual Culture. 1.5 lengths away, not an option, King Magnus. Then came Valana outside of Crosshaven and 2 lengths Pashiro. 600 metres to go. Glint of Silver having a pretty easy time in front with Unusual Culture a 1/2 length off it. Then King Magnus not an option. Valana is about to come 3 and 4 deep, and Crosshaven's trying to get into the clear 2, and Pashiro is last of the group. Unusual Culture moves up to Glint of Silver at the 300. King Magnus a length off those. Then came Valana, who's producing under hands and heels across the track. King Magnus takes Unusual Culture, and now Valana's got a chase on its hands. King Magnus sprints up at the 100, led Valana. King Magnus a length in front, and King Magnus wins it. King Magnus first from a photo, Unusual Culture or Valana. Then Glint of Silver, not an option, Crosshaven and Pashiro.
King Magnus too good and wins second up off a freshen and beats either the 2 Valana or the 10 Unusual Culture. That's really close for second and third. 9's run 4th behind King Magnus, who's already won $1 million. Pretty classy galloper, Gator.
He's just a good horse. He can sit anywhere in the run. He can handle any track, and at any stage of the prep, he runs well. And given the perfect ride, 1-1 slow speed was a bit too good.
And pays $6 and $1.60. Waiting for the judge on second and third. Racebook order Valana number 2.